Hey y'all, welcome back to Movement Link. So I just want to talk a little bit about bent over row angles and then why we tend to do this kind of 45-degree angle more than we do that 90-degree angle. So just like everything, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just going to give you a little context of why we do the 45-degree angle a little bit more. So when we bend over to that 90-degree angle, first of all, it requires people to have a lot of hip and hamstring range of motion, which we're completely fine choosing exercises that require that. But something to consider is if you don't quite have the hamstring or the hip flexion, what's going to happen is as you're trying to get that bar to the ground, we're going to start to see people have to round in that lumbar spine and that low back to get down to that range of motion. So that's just one thing to consider, but you can always bring it up on blocks, and there's a lot of things we can do to kind of get around that. But the other thing to consider is that when we're doing a rowing motion, most of the time that we're doing it here in the gym, it's as accessory work for the back. We do a lot of leg stuff in the gym, and this 90-degree bent over row is very fatiguing for the hamstrings. So one of the other reasons we stick to kind of that more angle, it puts more of the focus. We still have to use our back for sure, but it puts way more focus on the back muscles and not that lower body trying to hold the position. The other thing is this 45-degree angle looks just like my jumping position, my clean position, my snatch position, my kettlebell swing position. So it's a position that we use a lot. And when we do our bent over rows at that 45-degree angle, we're still going to work those back muscles. Of course, it's going to be at a different angle with different leverages. We understand that. But we're going to get an isometric hold at this 45-degree angle that is so functional. We use it in so many positions, and it's just going to make that stronger and stronger and stronger. So the reason we do that 45-degree angle bent over row is, first of all, we don't do that much accessory work in here. Primarily, we're doing bigger compound movements. The row is an amazing, amazing movement, but we don't do it all that often. We do so much pulling and barbell pulling that typically with CrossFitters, it's very easy to develop the back, especially for pulling, and there's not a ton of extra accessory work that you need for the back. The accessory work CrossFitters tend to need a little bit more is work on pressing and things like that. So we like that 45-degree angle just because it mimics the angle that we're looking for at the clean jerk, snatch, kettlebell swing, something we use all the time, something that's very, very functional. So again, I'm not saying anything is wrong with the 90-degree bent over rows. There's just two styles. We do the 90-degree bent over rows sometimes, but we prefer the other one most of the time just because it's a little less fatiguing on the legs, and it reinforces an isometric hold at that jumping position that we use a lot. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all soon.